Bumpy Smith.
Yeah.
It's about the money.
He ran numbers, brother. Okay.
Right. They ran numbers too, and then they probably wanted to take over his territory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It all got to do with the money. The money is the root of all evil with the government and everything else, even on these streets. The money is the root of all evil. So pretty much they wanted his territory, and he was growing too big for them, probably getting more money than them, and they wanted greed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about the money.
Mm-hmm. And as we talk about that, they say Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford were evil. I'm talking about but why was the CIA? Why did the CIA, according to documented proof, put crack in the African American community? And nobody from that agency was sent to jail. They used bodies that they stuffed narcotics in from Vietnam and came back. That's another thing I would like to say. And they distributed heroin all throughout the country, and about the crack that was introduced into this country by the CIA in LA, in Compton, I think. Why, brother? How come they weren't sent to jail, brother?
Because it's the government, and so when the government drop crack, guns, or whatever in your neighborhood, now they creating money for themselves because they creating criminals to go to jail, which bring money, thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. If there's no crime, there would be no reason for these police to be in our neighborhood. They wouldn't have any jobs. If there's no crime or less crime, they would have less people in jail. There wouldn't be nobody in jail. You know what I'm saying? So they put this stuff in our neighborhood because we are numbers to them. We're numbers. We're not people. We're numbers. You know what I'm saying? Dollar signs. And every time, even when you hit Cook County, if they get a certain amount of money just processing you, thousands of dollars per head. It's stock. It's business. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that America is a corporation, and for them to drop drugs and drop heroin and everything in our communities, you're creating crime. Our communities are already designed for us to fail, and the crime and drugs and alcohol and guns is just another component of what they design. It's up to you not to do it. It's up to you to be smart enough to be like, hey, look, okay, I'm just gonna get a job and live an ordinary Joe life. But they know we don't not let them get so many jobs like in this neighborhood, or make it hard for them to live, or put the price of food way up where the jobs are not gonna cover it, and we're gonna drop these drugs over here and let them see, like, they can make some money off this, and for them to get locked up, it's a trap. Mm-hmm. That's all a trap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Larry was bad, and Jeff Ford was bad, but they did the same thing. Okay, come on, brother, talk to me.
They wasn't bad. They wasn't bad. They labeled them bad, but you got to think they was just trying to survive in their environment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They both didn't have much. They came from Mr. Hoover came from I believe down south, and as I know that he grew up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? So, like any person on the street, they seen a way to make some money. You try to make some money, but if the government is not profiting off what you're doing, they're gonna send you to jail. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna kill you or lock you up for a long time. And then it's just it's a corporation, man. What people gotta understand, this is America, man. America is a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. Yeah. and crime is big business.
Crime.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You got something in here, brother. Brother want to tell you something. We was chilling. Remember, we going back just for 1 second. The brother said, we was talking about prison. He said, "Oh yes, it's true. Seems a muscle-bound dude from Wisconsin that was broken down, brother. You can be broken down in prison.
Yeah, I know you can be broken down.
Believe me, brother. Believe.
Well, if I'm gonna do something to send me to the hole, you ain't finna keep doing it. Either I'm finna get some more time, like my uncle that raised me used to tell me, like if I get to a big fight and it's a lot of them, I'm gonna grab one person and I'm gonna mess him up so bad. You know what I'm saying? The others gonna learn, or they gonna send me to the hole. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, and I've never been to prison, to the penitentiary, so I can't speak upon what somebody else would do. But I know I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to get up out of it. They gonna have to.
It ain't no put down there. Hey, you holding your hand like this, bro. Girl, shit. No put down. Okay. Hey, you know what I mean? Doing somebody's laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just use that as an example. They'll break you down. But you know what? Getting back to what I was saying, if Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover was so bad and they went to jail, how come in certain communities they used to fly planes that deposited chemtrails in poor and disenfranchised areas, but they didn't do it in Bel Air or Beverly Hills? And that deposited a plane was dropping chemicals down in poor and in disenfranchised people. So why, brother? Why wasn't the pilot sent to jail, and why wasn't the one that orchestrated that go to jail? Why, brother?
Because it's the government doing that. The government the one sending them up there to set them chemtrails or whatever it do to in the less fortunate neighborhoods to either make you go crazy or I don't know what the chemtrails do, but whatever they
deposits chemicals down in certain. Oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and that goes back to population control. You know what I'm saying? That's population control. Just I ain't gonna say that word because we not talk about that, but they doing it now. It ain't chemtrails, but it's something else. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? It's all in population control, and when they do that and they drop it in the neighborhoods, like they're dropping in the neighborhood in a suburb, a less unfortunate suburb. A middle class suburb, but it's black and white. That's no skin color. That's population control.
Talking about the FEMA camps and all that. I want to tell people that are watching this broadcast. I want you to, at the bottom, I want you to share this with your social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr. Share it. And I like to emphasize something. This is a little platform that is trying to grow. And these are the subject matters that we talk about. And if you can make a donation, I don't care if it's $1, because every penny I put in is being sent towards building me a studio where I reside at, so I can bring you better shows. Maybe you can say something to help me.
Oh yeah, Give him a donation on the strength that he's trying to bring awareness to our people. You know what I'm saying? This platform like that helps for the people that's not woke, for the people that don't know what's going on, for the people that don't know that these brothers are in there and being held as prisoners, political prisoners against all legal. They're being held illegally. You know what I'm saying? Especially Mr. Larry Hoover is being held illegally. He's a political prisoner. Yeah. And once again, free my father. Free my father. Go get you a t-shirt.com and go on there and click on get you a shirt for support or Hoover Enterprise. Google it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a Free My Father shirt with Larry Hoover Jr., my man. You know what I'm saying? Go get a t-shirt. Support the cause, man. You know what I'm saying? Just think if it was your brother, your father, your uncle, and being locked up like that for all that time. You know what I'm saying? What would you do? Wouldn't you be doing the same thing and try and shed some light? The money for this platform, the money for for the shirts can help fuel us to help everybody else, not just them.
Yeah, Kevin. You know what, Kevin? Share this on your social media platform. I've been trying to get Kevin on the show forever.
Yeah.
One day he gonna tell me, yeah. You know what? One thing, something else. Oh yes, it is true. I already read that.
He pulled it up again. Oh, okay.
You know what? The other thing is, if Larry and Jeff in the powers to be eyes are so evil, why did they move poor and disenfranchised people around power lines, which was planned 20 years in advance? Because living around power lines make people have birth defects,
Cancer
problems. So if that was true, why were not the planners of somebody complain, setting people around with big power lines to destroy people's minds? How come they want to sit to jail, brother? And that's a hazard. Algill Gardens is an example of it. It's a garbage dump around. Okay, but why was it strategically put that way by a group of people to move them around power lines and a garbage dump? Okay. But they weren't prosecuted, brother. Help me, brother. Help me to understand, brother.
It's agenda. It's
Help me to understand.
It's all the government.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Power lines and that still brings money. If this did what you say, it makes disabled people cancer, makes people go crazy with the chemtrails. That's another form of get money that goes to big pharma. You know what I'm saying? Where people have to be treated for these illnesses, and big pharma is big money, just like jail. You know what I'm saying? Big pharma has a lot to do with the government too. That's why we are going through what we're going through now. I want to speak upon it because YouTube don't want to shut you down, but it's big pharma, man. Big pharma. If they putting things around you to create deformed kids or anything that you have to go to the hospital or get medication for, that's still money going towards the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know
what? I would like to address another question to you. If they are so evil, which I don't believe, I did not. What's the guy's name? Oliver North, who was a colonel in the military that supplied guns to the Contras, during Reagan's time. How come he wasn't prosecuted? Now, they prosecuted other people. I'm talking about in the United States that has done things. How come they didn't prosecute Oliver North?
Because Oliver North,
and he was running guns.
He was just exposed. You know what I'm saying? He was just exposed what he was doing. Do you really think Oliver North was doing that without somebody's permission? Somebody higher up. Mm-hmm. They're not doing all this stuff and don't nobody else know about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why he wasn't prosecuted. Mm-hmm. Because if he wasn't prosecuted, it had to be from higher up, the government behind the government.
Mm-hmm. Oliver North was following orders. That's what Kevin said.
Yeah, like I just said, if it came from higher up. If he wasn't prosecuted, it came from higher up. They wanted him to do that.
Man, I want something That's mind-boggling to me now. Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover were attempting a political power move to do it legally. But why did the United States go into Libya with CIA operatives to topple Omar Gaddafi? And how come nobody was prosecuted? I want to know. But what they were doing was legal, the ones behind me, okay, to gain power. But we went over to Libya to destabilize this country, and they have modern day slavery right now, where you can buy slave. Come on, talk to me, brother. Teach us, brother.
Anytime the government goes to another country, just like when they go over there and get into wars and everything like that, like the president or somebody in the White House might have companies set up there. War is big money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when they went over there to Libya, Omar Gaddafi, he had a plan for his people. You know what I'm saying? And his plan pretty much probably would have brought the value of the American money down.
Okay.
So that means that you're messing with the